There seems to be no end to the new orders and laws coming out of the White House these days. Just when you thought things couldn't get any stranger, here we are. On Monday, President Joe Biden decided he was apparently a tech guru, signing an executive order requiring big tech companies, the ones researching artificial intelligence, to include extreme censorship in their product. Forget the fact that the executive order is 100% unlawful because there is no power behind it. Biden essentially created the AI Ministry of Truth. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So of course it's 100% unlawful. I mean, I'm not sure if President Biden remembers, but he can't simply wander around the Oval Office, trip over a few things, and come up with laws on a whim. What's the point of our Congress then? Decoration? The hidden gem of Biden's order, buried in the reams of small print, requires AI to, get this, help further their fascist communist agenda. Of course, it doesn't say that, but let's get into that. According to Biden's order, AI must be built on a foundation of equity. The left's equity agenda, not to be confused with equality, is founded in cultural Marxism, whereas equality holds that everyone, regardless of race or gender, should be treated similarly, like what we heard in MLK's I Have a Dream speech. Equity, on the other hand, holds that people should be treated differently depending on their skin color, gender identity, or mental state. Another part of equity is the progressive Marxists think that a white person's ancestors stole from a black or person of color's ancestors years ago, and it is their job through government force and manipulation to steal it back for them. In other words, it's government-sanctioned racism and theft. But wait, there's more. The White House has declared that it will issue recommendations to landlords, government contractors, federal assistance programs, and others in order to reduce the likelihood of racial and other biases in AI use. Of course, it's racism. It's always racism with these people. But that's not the real goal of the Democrats. Trust me, no matter what they say, they're lying. The real goal is to attempt to censor AI so that it cannot tell you the truth, which may or may not go against the plethora of bullshit lies that the Democrats have been pushing since, the start of COVID. Now, the executive order's fact sheet mentions training, technical assistance, and coordination on best practices for investigating civil rights violations related to AI. Now, I wonder, where was this initiative when conservative free speech was being muzzled online? They're talking about civil rights violations. Isn't free speech a civil right? So here you go. They plan to teach AI Democrat standards for sentencing, parole, risk assessments, and more. They're going to screw up our justice system even more than they already have. Basically, if you're thinking the justice system has been manipulated by Democrats, well, AI is about to join the party. And if you think you're safe from this skewed logic, think again. Applying for a mortgage? Better hope you're not a heterosexual white male. It will necessitate the use of watermarks by AI firms in order for people to identify between AI-generated content, especially photographs and videos, and non-AI generated content. It also includes the government in the testing of AI safety. That means testing if the AI is censoring the correct type of information that the Democratic Party wants to be censored. The National Institute of Standards and Technology will develop guidelines for testing the safety of future AI systems. Doesn't that make your heart warm? Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security will form an AI Safety and Security Board to guarantee the key infrastructure sectors satisfy the required safety requirement. Remember when they tried to create the Disinformation Governance Board that was akin to 1984's Ministry of Truth? So the same DHS that can't find a single one of the 10 million illegal aliens they let cross over our wide open border, but now they're going to be able to guarantee required AI safety requirements. Back in September, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer hosted a private AI summit that included collaborations between politicians, big tech tyrants, and corporate CEOs. About half the people who attended were Democrats, and the people who worked for them, the same people who used the power of government to get social media companies to censor the free speech of conservatives, really anyone with speech that's to the right of Vladimir Lenin, And then the other half are the big tech tyrants who went along with the fascist Democrats to censor the free speech of conservatives. So what makes their current AI arguments any different? They want to censor AI now because the Democrats are terrified of AI letting all of their lies, misinformation, and disinformation be exposed to the American public. Remember when Schumer had a complete meltdown after Tucker Carlson aired some of the J6 videos? He claimed that Carlson cherry-picked video content on the air on his Fox News show to force a special narrative. Then what the hell is Chuck Schumer doing now that he wants to censor free speech and AI? So in other words, he wants social media and artificial intelligence companies to cherry-pick what can be said on their platforms and what responses AI gives with the Democrat nod of approval. Anyone who tells you anything different is lying to you. All right. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, share our videos with like-minded friends who want to stay informed with what's really going on. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.